You fill your plate with what you think are healthy choices, maybe even vegetables, lean proteins. You're doing everything right. Yet your muscles feel softer, less firm. You find yourself struggling with simple tasks, and that strength you once took for granted is just fading. You might blame age, but deep down, a frustrating question gnaws at you. What if the very foods you believe are helping are actually betraying your muscles, silently eating away at your strength? What if certain, healthy, staples in your diet are actually fueling the inflammation and destruction that causes muscle loss after 60? Are you unknowingly sabotaging your body's most vital tissue? Is your everyday diet working against your muscle health? Today, we expose the shocking truth. Let's uncover 5 common foods that are actively destroying your muscles, and why removing them is crucial to reclaim your youthful strength. It might shock you to discover that after age 60, your muscles face a silent, accelerating threat, even if you are diligently trying to eat well and stay active. This isn't just the natural process of getting older, it's a profound condition known as sarcopenia, characterized by the progressive loss of muscle mass, strength, and function. The brutal truth is, your body becomes less efficient at creating new muscle protein, a phenomenon called anabolic resistance. Imagine your muscle cells like tired, old construction workers who are harder to motivate. They need stronger signals and better materials to do their job. If they don't get them, the construction slows down, and demolition, muscle breakdown, starts to win. But here's the insidious part. Certain seemingly innocent foods, common staples in many diets, are not just failing to provide those strong signals. They are actively putting up roadblocks, pouring sand in the gears of your muscle-building machinery, and even fueling the very inflammation that drives muscle breakdown. These are the anti-muscle foods. They accelerate the aging of your muscles, hinder repair, and silently contribute to that creeping weakness, reduced physical capability, and the feeling that your body is betraying you. This isn't about avoiding a rare toxin. It's about recognizing the hidden enemies in your everyday diet that are robbing you of your strength and independence, one bite at a time. The profound significance of actively removing specific pro-inflammatory and metabolically detrimental foods from your diet to combat sarcopenia and preserve muscle strength in seniors over 60 is a rapidly growing area of nutritional science. Research unequivocally demonstrates that while adequate protein and resistance exercise are foundational, eliminating dietary culprits that accelerate muscle breakdown and hinder repair is equally critical. These anti-muscle foods operate in the background, fueling chronic inflammation, disrupting metabolic pathways, and indirectly sabotaging your body's ability to maintain and build muscle. By consciously removing these dietary saboteurs, you are not just preventing further harm. You are creating a more favorable internal environment where your muscles can truly thrive, respond better to exercise, and utilize protein more efficiently. This proactive step helps slow the progression of sarcopenia, reduces systemic inflammation, and empowers you to regain and maintain your physical strength and vitality as you age. Based on extensive scientific research into sarcopenia, inflammation, and metabolic health, there are 5 specific categories of foods that seniors over 60 absolutely must avoid because they actively work against your muscles, accelerating loss and hindering strength. Here are the 5 foods you must avoid now to stop muscle loss after 60. Added sugars and refined carbohydrates. The muscle incinerators. Why they damage muscles. These are perhaps the biggest enemies of healthy aging muscles. Foods high in added sugars, like sugary drinks, candy, pastries, many desserts, and refined carbohydrates, like white bread, white pasta, white rice, many breakfast cereals, cause rapid, dramatic spikes in blood sugar and insulin. Chronic exposure to high blood sugar and insulin levels promotes the formation of advanced glycation end products, AGEs. AGEs are harmful compounds that accumulate in tissues throughout your body, including muscle fibers. They make muscle proteins stiffer, less elastic, and more prone to damage and breakdown. This process directly accelerates muscle aging. Furthermore, high sugar intake fuels chronic inflammation, which actively contributes to muscle wasting. These foods offer little to no beneficial nutrients for muscles and instead throw gasoline on the fire of muscle decline. Why to avoid? They directly create damaging ages, promote chronic inflammation, and lead to metabolic instability, all of which accelerate muscle loss and hinder repair. Highly processed vegetable oils, high in omega-6, the silent inflammatory oil. Why they damage muscles? We're talking about oils like soybean oil, corn oil, sunflower oil, canola oil, and cottonseed oil, especially when heavily processed or used for deep frying. While omega-6 fatty acids are essential, the typical Western diet has a massive imbalance, consuming far too many omega-6 relative to beneficial omega-3s. This skewed ratio actively promotes systemic inflammation. Think of it as a constant low-grade fire burning in your body. This chronic inflammation directly attacks muscle tissue, interferes with muscle protein synthesis, and hinders recovery, leading to accelerated muscle loss. Processed versions of these oils are also often unstable and prone to oxidation, creating even more inflammatory compounds. Why to avoid? They disrupt the healthy omega-3 to omega-6 balance, fueling chronic inflammation that directly breaks down muscle tissue and inhibits its ability to repair and grow. Processed meats, the preservative and sodium bombs. Why they damage muscles? This category includes deli meats, hot dogs, bacon, sausages, and many frozen or prepackaged meat products. While they contain protein, it often comes at a steep cost to your muscles. These meats are loaded with unhealthy saturated fats, excessive sodium, and numerous preservatives like nitrates and nitrites. High sodium intake contributes to high blood pressure, which can impair circulation to muscles over time. The preservatives and unhealthy fats can generate inflammatory compounds in the body, actively contributing to systemic inflammation. Chronic inflammation, as we know, directly accelerates muscle breakdown and hinders muscle repair, making these seemingly convenient protein sources detrimental to your long-term muscle health. Why to avoid high and unhealthy fats, excessive sodium, and inflammatory preservatives that collectively create a pro-inflammatory environment and strain your body, accelerating muscle loss. Excessive alcohol, the muscle toxin. Why it damages muscles. While moderate alcohol consumption is debated, excessive or even regular moderate consumption in seniors can be a significant enemy of muscle health. Alcohol is a direct toxin to muscle cells. It impairs muscle protein synthesis, meaning your body literally cannot build or repair muscle effectively when alcohol is present in significant amounts. It also interferes with nutrient absorption, especially B vitamins and zinc, crucial for muscle function. Disrupts sleep, which is vital for muscle recovery and growth hormone release, and contributes to systemic inflammation. Over time, these effects lead to accelerated muscle atrophy, reduced strength, and impaired recovery. It actively sabotages any efforts you make to preserve muscle. Why to avoid? Directly inhibits muscle protein synthesis, disrupts sleep and nutrient absorption, and promotes inflammation, all of which severely hinder muscle maintenance and rebuilding. Refined grains, white flour products, the nutrient-stripped inflammatories. Why they damage muscles? Similar to added sugars, refined grains like white bread, white pasta, white rice, and most commercial baked goods have had their beneficial fiber, vitamins, and minerals stripped away during processing. What's left is primarily starch that the body rapidly converts to glucose, causing quick blood sugar spikes. This constant roller coaster of blood sugar contributes to chronic inflammation and insulin resistance, both of which hinder your muscles' ability to absorb nutrients and promote an environment of muscle breakdown. They offer minimal protein and none of the phytonutrients that whole grains provide to support muscle health. They fuel inflammation without providing any muscle protective compounds. Why to avoid? Rapidly converted to sugar, fueling inflammation and insulin resistance, and lacking the fiber and micronutrients vital for muscle health and overall metabolic balance. By actively stopping or significantly reducing your intake of these 5 categories of anti-muscle foods, added sugars/refined carbs, highly processed vegetable oils, processed meats, excessive alcohol, and refined grains, you can dramatically reduce the inflammatory load on your body, remove barriers to muscle protein synthesis, and create a far healthier environment for your muscles to thrive. This isn't about deprivation, it's about empowering yourself with knowledge. Replace these harmful foods with nutrient-dense, whole alternatives like lean proteins, healthy fats, like olive oil, avocado, a wide variety of colorful fruits and vegetables, and true whole grains, which actively support muscle preservation and overall vitality. To recap, your muscles after 60 are under attack from a silent enemy, but you hold the power to stop it. Eliminate added sugars and refined carbohydrates, highly processed omega-6 oils, processed meats, excessive alcohol, and refined grains. These are the 5 foods that actively destroy your muscles. By removing them, you create a powerful shield against age-related muscle loss. Taking this one small step to remove these anti-muscle foods from your diet could transform your strength and vitality. Please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. Show this video to a loved one who is over 60 and concerned about muscle loss. This simple strategy could be incredibly valuable for them. After learning about these 5 foods that damage your muscles, which one will you commit to eliminating or significantly reducing in your diet, starting today? Share your commitment in the comments below.